Okay, how's everybody doing tonight? Happy Monday and all that good stuff. Happy Columbus. We're here in America. Whatever. Ay, bunga. The the work boots. The workbook they're at the printer. They should be back to me by Wednesday or Thursday. So whoever's here, come on into the chat and we'll talk about it. Dylan, how are you? Okay, Dylan, I don't know if you're aware of the fact that what I did is I put a workbook together. It's like 177 pages. So the pages are double-sided, so it's half of 177. If you're interested in purchasing that, you need to email me your address, go to my PayPal account, and the cost of it is $30. All right. Now, if you're going to buy it and purchase it, and you go to PayPal, all right, you use my email, you send $30 to me. That includes the shipping and handling. All right. And you have to send that to me as a gift. So PayPal don't take any money out of it. Do you understand that? There's 5 people watching. And Dylan, you're the only one in there. And I'll talk about it later. And what it is I've given you 10 different symbol ostinatos, and I wrote out all the foot patterns from the Chaffee book, all the combinations from 23 to 37. There's a lot of work in there. All right, well, if you are, Dylan, you have my email, correct? If you don't, let me put it in here. All you need to do is go to PayPal. The price is with shipping and handling $30. So what you need to do is if you're going to purchase it, send the money as a gift. Now there's all kinds of people in here, 7 people. And you and I are the only ones in the chat. Anybody else in the chat? And let me tell you, you guys are in for a surprise with this book, this workbook. There's, I'd say, oh man, all kinds of work to do. I don't know what email. You don't have to have PayPal. You just send it to PayPal and use my name. They'll send it to me, I think. What you need to do, Dylan, is email me your address. Where do you live, Dylan? And if you guys notice, I have some mallets here. And we're going to start using the hi-hat a lot. I'm just going to give you like a sort of what's happening with the workbook. And this is actually the last ostinato pattern. It's number 10. What I'm doing with my hi-hat is using eighth notes. Let me use my sticks. I'm going 1 E and 2 E and so I get, that replaces this. So now, I'm not going to use the foot pattern. I'm not going to use any combinations. This is going on 1 E and this. So on 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E, 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and you're gonna drop the 2 and 4 on the snare. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4, so on and so forth. We'll get to that later. Canada. Ay, badunga. Okay, I don't know how much that's going to cost. All right, well, I'll check it out. And if there's any difference, what you want to do, when I pick up the books, there's a UPS there. I'll find out how much it would cost to ship to Canada. I have some people want it from Europe and some people who want it from South America. That's going to cost a fortune. So I don't know. All right, anybody here besides Dylan and myself, any kind of things that you would like to go over from the other night? Any patterns? Dylan, did you get the Gary Chaffee book? Because I'm going to start working from that book. I just put together those 10 patterns. We're going to start using some stick control formulas using the jazz pattern. We're going to come to that. So we're going to start working with that, okay? But anyway, I didn't really prepare anything for tonight because I am totally burnt out from Gary Chaffee. That is a hell of a lot of writing, 177 pages. Oh, and printing out a master copy because it's going to be double-sided. Okay, are you having any problems, Dylan, with, are you the one that, let me see my email here, hold on. Let me just see something. Hold on, Dylan. Dylan, you asked me about that left hand, and I still haven't had a chance to put something together for you. I looked for the accents, and then I am putting something together within the next couple of days. What you want to do in the meantime, your problem is that what, the full stroke and coming back? Is that what it is? Is that your problem, Dylan? Throwing a stick down and letting it come back? See, when I do a full stroke, I don't lift the stroke. I follow the stroke back to the starting position, and I stop it. Example here. A lot of guys will go like this and lift it. I don't do that. You have to throw the stick down and let it come back by itself and stop it. You throw it down and follow it back. Your hand is actually faster than the rebound. Left hand. All right, let me give you a couple exercises right now while you're here. Okay? What you have, okay, is this. If I'm doing eighth notes, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and with my left hand, constant. And I want to accent the counts of 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, certain things are going to happen. If I have an accent on the count of 1, 2, 3, 4, all the ands are non-accented. All the 1, 2, 3, 4 are accented. So I have this figure. I have 1, now I lift, and 2, and 3, and 4, and. You need to be consistent with that. The downstroke, the upstroke. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and. That's the only time you lift your hands is to get in position for the full stroke if you're down. So if I have, for example, straight eighth notes with the left hand, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and I want to accent 1 and 3 and. So here's what happens. On the count of 1, I have to throw the stick down and follow it all the way back to the starting position. 1. Now I'm going to accent the and. I'm in position to attack. But the 2 and is not going to be accented. And then a 2 is a tap, and the and is an upstroke to be in position to do 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Do we understand that so far? I'll write out a few extras. I will send them to you. Because I have no time right now to do that, but I'm gonna make the time after the lesson. Do you have Skype, Dylan? My Skype name. What happened to everybody that was watching? Everybody left? They don't like me no more. Okay, hold on. This is my Skype name. Okay, well, I can try to make a video of that and send it to you, all right? If you want to get on Skype, we could talk a little bit about that. The camera that works for Skype is being repaired, but I do have a microphone, and I could, talk to you. So, more people are starting to populate. Well, you're right-handed, correct? What you want to start to do, all right, I'm not going to put the metronome on. What you want to start to do is do line 1 and line 2 of stick control book. Let me use the pad. This way I could talk and do it. What you want to do, see the whole object of doing the stick control book or stroking is to make the right hand and the left hand sound equalized, unless it's accented. If I'm stroking down, it's a science, it's the laws of physics. If I stroke from this point and I stroke from that point, notice that the right hand and the left hand sounded the same. So I'm sure that you play eighth notes on the ride cymbal or the hi-hat or whatever, and I don't know if you hold a stick traditional or match like this. I need to start doing that, holding them parallel or matched or French or German or whatever you want to call it, because of that issue I have with my hand. But I'm going to demonstrate this in traditional form. What I do is I'll do the first line of stick control book, repeat the first line. So that's a 4-measure increment. I have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and vamp and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 4 and 2. Back to the second line. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and I'm taking both leads and I'm trying to strengthen the right and I'm trying to strengthen the left. Well, everybody, I'd say 95% of the drum students that I have, or drummers in the world, if they're right-handed, they don't really work on the 4-way coordination thing. They just want to see how fast they can play or, how funky they can be, which is cool. But if you're only taking one side, that's a problem. You got to equalize both sides. That's the whole concept of stick control. Yeah, stick control book is designed to develop your hands, but also your execution and your coordination. Line 1, you start with the right. Line 2, you start with the left. So you're equalizing that. So now, if you're having a problem with the left hand, if you're using your arm, if you're going like this, if you're going like this, that's a problem. You got to take it from the wrist, like this. See it? So you do it slow. Your left hand will catch the right hand. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, and 3, and 4, and notice that when I'm demonstrating that, my right hand, okay, and my left hand are equal distant to the drum pad. I'm not like 1 and. Look at this. I'm going to play it. Look at those sticks. They're equalized. 1 and. Look at that. And Scientifically, the laws of physics, the distance is the same. Therefore, the sound should be the same. Yeah, there's a thing of velocity. I can go like this and just drop the left stick, but that's defeating my purpose. You understand that? You know, it's like this. When I show you, I'm going to take this over. I'll make a video for you in a few days, and I'll send it to you. I have your email. I'll upload it to YouTube, and I'll send it to you. Yeah, here's an example. You want to equalize yourself, right-handed and left-handed. The epitome of a drummer who plays open-handed or has that right side and left side ambidextrous thing going on is Billy Cobham. And there's quite a few other drummers too. That's why when I teach, I'm playing this on the right side. Now to the left side. And it feels different. But I make it try to feel the same. 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Did you ever do an exercise like that, Brian? Dylan, where is everybody tonight? They bust me to get the books done, and then now they leave. Ay. Hello, everybody. Get in the chat. Do you understand that, Dylan? You're playing everything on the right side. 3. Right now, do it to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Absolutely. I for years I still do it. When you say differently, if you're holding your stick traditional, you have 2 fingers underneath the stick and the 1 finger over the stick like this. You have your pivot point. You know, some guys have the stick down here. And that equalizes the balance on the bottom and balance on the top. When you say you hold it differently, what do you mean? I mean, this is holding it traditional. There's nothing, you know, you don't hold it like this. If you hold it like this, you're preventing it. Marcio, how you doing? If you hold it like that, you're preventing the stick from utilizing it from working. I'm loose, yet controlled. Do you understand that? How do you hold it differently? That's why you need to get on Skype with me. I can help you out, Dylan. I don't understand differently. That's the way you hold a stick. You're holding it like this. That's not traditional. That's a problem. You're not utilizing all your fingers. Hey, Randy, how you doing? Okay. Well, so does mine because I'm so accustomed. I've been playing like, all right, Dylan, I've been playing like this all my life. Okay, I explained to everyone a few times the other day, I have an injury from way back, like when I was 10, 11 years old. I fell down the stairs with the real milk bottles. I had 64 stitches in this hand. And it wasn't bothering me. I mean, I got a little used to it, and I'm playing drums. I don't know if it's the old age thing or the blood circulation, but now it's starting to affect me. My left hand is hurting, you know, a lot of times. It's not carpal tunnel. It's not tendonitis. is a numbness under my left, only my pinky. So I deal with it. I've been changing to German, and I've been working on that. And then I feel really bad because I worked all my life on traditional. All right, hey, Randy, the books will be done Thursday. I go pick them up. Okay. Dylan wants it one. Randy wants one. I don't know who else here wants one. But anyway, when you go to PayPal, I came up with a price, and this includes shipping and handling. I don't know exactly where you live, Randy. Dylan lives in Canada. I don't know what the price is going to be for that. What you need to do, I came up with a price which includes the shipping and handling. It's $30. You send $30 to PayPal. However, when you do go to PayPal, whenever you go to PayPal, and you're going to do a donation like you did last time, God bless you for that. That was very respectful. But send it as a gift, because PayPal takes money from what you send, a certain percentage. And that percentage is predicated upon the amount. So if you do that, Oklahoma's okay. I'm going to send it UPS. Okay, so that's Dylan and Randy. Marcio, we're Brazil as well. You speak Portuguese. Ainga. And yes, Dylan, you get on Skype and I'll talk to you after the lesson, and we'll do, I'll explain a few things to you. So Randy, email me your address, okay? So I have it on file, wherever you want me to send the book. Don't tell me it's a state prison there. just kidding. Yes, send the amount as a gift. They don't take anything out. Okay? Where's Joe Shields and Paul? Marcio is here. Okay. Anyway, what I'm doing, and let me tell you something. This book is part one. I don't want to go through it, and if I make it a part two, it's going to be another year from now. There is a tremendous amount of work in these exercises. All they are is 10 ostinato patterns, and all I did was take the foot patterns from the Chaffee book, the combinations. Each symbol pattern, you have 2 pages plus from 23 to 37. There's a total of 170, 175 pages, maybe 177, I'm not sure. But man, it is a lot of work. I am all fried out about it. Yeah, I guess that would work. I mean, I'm not going to give you a lesson. I'm just going to talk to you. I can't see, you won't be able to see me because my camera's down for the Skype. Okay? Anyway. Oh, I'm waiting for everybody to come in here. Joe Shields. What is it with the guy? Paul. Ed. That's 3 books there. 3, 4, 5. Mine, Gibanga. I may be able to send Marcio, if you give me your email, I might, just send them to you PDF instead of spending all that money for the book to go down to Brazil. Okay. I am shot. I am tired. Randy, is there anything that you'd like for me to go over and review? We're talking about equalizing the right side and the left side, because all these patterns, the symbol patterns, should be played on the right side and the left side. Right hand lead, left hand lead, as open-handed. Randy, is there anything you want to go over? Marcio, Dylan, anything? I'm listening, Randy. Anything that you would like to go over? There is. Let me give you something that's going to help you uh, with these symbol patterns. Okay, if I took, for example, 16th notes, what I'm going to do is the first line of stick control book. 1 E and a, 2 E and 3 E and a, 4 E and a. Okay? Now, I'm going to put an accent on 1 and 2. All accents that fall on 1 are going to go to the floor tom-tom. All accents are going to come on 2 are going to be the snare drum. So I'll slow it down. I'll play it 1 E and a, 2 E and a. Okay? Now, let's take the first line, a stick control book. All the rights. Forget the lefts. The rights are falling 1 E and the 2 E and. Got it? All the way through. So you want to do the first line. And remember, do not break the sequence. Now the foot. Here you go. 1 E and the. You got 1 E and the 2 E and the 3 E and the. You got. Now, if you had mallets, that would be better. If I went mallets, it makes it more colorful and it gives you a more musical sound. Or you can go 2. Now you want to go to the ands with the bass drum. 1 E and 2 E and 4. Here you go. You're going 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and. Yeah, we're going to start working on things like that. All right, I'm really tired, guys, and I'm not going to do too much of a lesson tonight. I apologize, but tomorrow evening we're going to do an hour and a half, and I will be more prepared. What I need is something to eat and a good night's sleep. I am so tired, and I apologize, but I will be back tomorrow night, 7 o'clock, and we'll do an hour, maybe an hour and a half. Dylan, get on Skype as soon as I sign off, okay, and we'll talk. Randy, do you have Skype as well? I think for Marcio and Ricardo, I'm going to send them PDF. You know, it's so difficult, to spend $15 to send it from New Jersey to whatever city it is in Brazil. I mean, that's like, a 19-hour trip, man, by plane. And there's another gentleman from England, or Germany rather. I don't know what he wants to do, but I think I will. Well, you have my Skype name. Give me a holler. We'll talk a little bit, Randy. Let me deal with Dylan first, and I'll be on Skype at 8 o'clock for you, okay? That's it, if Dylan gives me Skype now. Here's my Skype name. All you have to do is request that, and I'll accept it. So Randy and Dylan, okay? And we'll talk a little bit. But I need to get off. I'm really tired, and I apologize, gentlemen. I can't. My head is so dizzy from all those ostinatos, and I don't know if you understand. Writing with that program, you have to do. You make one mistake, it's all screwed up. You have to keep going over it and over it and over and over it. Okay, gentlemen? Dylan, Randy, Marcio, and whoever else is here, And too bad you're not in the chat. I'm going to call it a night. I'm going to come back tomorrow, 7 p.m., and we'll go as long as we can, okay? How does that sound, gentlemen? I do apologize. Let me get a smoke first, dear Dylan. Okay. See everybody tomorrow evening. Talk to you other guys in a little bit on Skype. Okay? I'll accept you and give you a call. Have a good night.